Hello and welcome to another Simply Colorful Fibercast. Today's date is September 25th, 2020. My name is Lynn Marquidot and I am your host. Grab your project, grab your mystery quilt if you're working on it, and let's see what we can accomplish in the next few minutes. Sometimes I say 60 minutes, sometimes I say 30 minutes. Let's see what we feel like doing today. So welcome. For those of you new to Simply Colorful, I welcome you. You can find us on Facebook. We also are at www.simplycolorful.com. And all of the clues that we're talking about for the envelope quilt are available on that website, also on Facebook. So come join us if you haven't already. Happy Friday. Happy end of September. If you're like me, the weather is fabulous here in the Northeast. We have been doing a lot, and I hope you are too. But let's dive right into the clue, because that's why you're here. And by the way, my disclaimer is this is not training per se. It's us sewing together. And about twice a year, we do these mystery quilts. We happen to be on week 4. And it's a mystery quilt because no one knows what the end quilt is going to look like except for me this time. Sometimes my sister will test them ahead of time and she'll get a preview, or sometimes Chris or Jean or some of my other testers will get a preview. But for the most part, this is just me puppeteering and pulling the strings, and I'm having a blast doing it. So thanks for playing with me if you are playing. This week, last week and the previous weeks, we've made houses. We made a worm last week, right? We made mountains. And this week we made more houses, and I'm going to go through the directions. We made 8 red houses. We made 9 truck blocks, 9 car blocks, 1 cat, and 1 dog. So that's what we need to make today. I'm not completely done. I have to tell you, when we get to the cars and the trucks, you'll see that I'm not quite done. Hi, Allie. Oh, windy down under, huh? Hello. Nice to see you down there. Okay, so let's talk about the red houses. Now, on the clue, the request was to make 8 total houses. And this was a little bit trickier because some of the houses will have a tree on the left. I'm not sure which one you'll see. I don't know if the camera is switching it around. And then some of the houses will have the tree on the other side, right? And then to further complicate things, if you are so inclined, you don't have to do this. I am prescribing what color sky background to have. So hello, Carol Oulette. Yes, so much going on in the quilt. It's such a mystery, isn't it? We're making the pieces. So on the 8 red houses, I think of this as a medium sky. I think of this as a dark sky. And I think of this as a light blue sky. I'm finally getting the hang of the values. It takes a lot of time, and I'm giving it more thought, just so you know. You don't have to. But for example, I think this one might be my best one so far, although I didn't put a door here. I have another window. And I put a cat in one window and the fish in the other window. And because it's dark blue on the back, I made the roof the lightest. I made this left side second lightest, and this side the darkest. This one does okay. They're really not very good. This one, there isn't much contrast over here, and I decided to put a flower here instead of the door, and a flower here. So you can definitely make these your own. Just make sure that the end block is 6.5 inches. Hi, Pat. Oh, good. No electricity because of Hurricane Sally. Oh, Pat, that is a long time. I am sorry. Oh, did you go somewhere or did you stay home and hunker down? Yikes. Well, welcome. I'm glad you have it back, and I hope that there wasn't too much damage. Wow. Linda Griffin, I love your posts. Hello. I'm still making the houses from the last clue. It's looking really cute. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad. Just do what you feel like. Like I say, every week, you don't have to make all of them, I'm telling you. What we're basically doing is we're making the components. It's like we're getting all of our ingredients ready, and then it's going to get really fun. Hi, Leah. Hi, KB. Thanks. Hi, Kathy Klein. I got my envelope yesterday. Well, that took a while, but I'm glad it's there. Wonderful. I'm so glad. Hi, Mom. Oh, thank you. And Pat stayed home. Lots of trees down. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Oh. Hi, Angela. Thank you so much, Angela, for putting your name every time. For some reason, I don't recognize your name yet. I eventually will, but I appreciate you saying it to you. Okay, so we've done the 8 houses. Tonight, I'm really not going to do much sewing. What I thought I would do is I have things like the papers to take off. So this one has all the paper. Let's see. So let's finish talking about the houses. Why don't we do that? The red houses. So this is another nice one. I like how this one came out. Again, because there's contrast, and I decided to do a window here instead of the door. You can do anything you want. And so, working backwards, what did it say? I need 2 red houses with a dark blue sky with a tree on the left. Let's see if I did it. Okay, there's 2. Hi, Marcella down in Little Rock. Hi, Sue. Happy Friday. Love the houses, cars, and trucks. I won't be making them for weeks. You don't have to. Make 1 or 2. I feel so bad. This whole quilt is going to be a lot of these. But you don't have to make this size. Anyway, yours will be lovely. Dawn, hi, everyone. Oh, these are fun blocks. I'm glad. Aren't they? Okay, so actually, let's go down from the top. We'll read the clue top down. Make 1 red house with the tree on the right. I kept getting all confused when I was putting this clue together because I kept thinking about, paper piecing, how you have to think of it backwards. And then I was thinking about, I would get myself confused all the time. Is it on the right as we're looking at it? Yes, let's say that. So make 1 house, red house with a tree on the right and a light blue sky. But see, that's going to be yellow to you. This one is not very good. I was using a pretty K fabric and I got all discombobulated. Okay, make 2 houses with a tree on the left and a light blue sky. So there's 1, and then here's the second one, okay? And then make 2 red houses with the tree on the right with a medium sky. Did I goof it up already? Make 2. Oh, this is good pod. Anyway, I won't bore you with all of this. Make 6 houses. This one I really liked. I wanted to show you this one because I put a person in the window. Isn't she great? It's from a Lorelei design. And Tula pink fabric here for the sky, which of course I ran out of, so I had to use a different sky. And this one I think I showed you last week. This is one of the pieces of fabric from the envelope. Next week is when we're going to really officially use the envelope. So don't worry if you've already used it, that's fine. If you haven't used it, next week will be your plenty of time to use it. Angela, I haven't started this because I have a hard time with the paper piecing. I struggle so much and it frustrates me. I understand. Then please, maybe this one is not for you because it turns out it's almost all paper piecing. And I should have said that at the beginning. I guess the first clue where we made these, the 66 of them, you definitely didn't have to do paper piecing. But most of the rest of it is turning out to be paper piecing. Okay, but I understand. Hi, Marquet. Oh, love your lady in the window. Isn't she great? And Marquet, I'm glad you're there. I brought my iPad. I'm sorry I missed showing your note to us last week. I want to do it now. Marquet she scored. And it's so nice to receive your emails. And of course, the best thing is to see everyone right here online. Got a couple of new t-shirt quilt jobs. So thank you to Jean for the referral. I really appreciate it. Okay, Marquet says, fabric haul I bought in Indiana and frolic picture. Ooh. Oh, it's downloading. Is anyone else having internet trouble? We're having trouble having it reach far in our house. I don't know if I mentioned that last week. Okay, Marquet says, hello, Lynn. Here's a picture of the beautiful fabric I found in a store in Indiana while visiting Abby for her birthday. Man, when Marquet and I first met online, Abby had almost just been born. She was, what, 1? She's 8 now and in 2nd grade. Can you believe it? Marquet goes on to say, your mystery project is looking beautiful. I'm really enjoying watching all the progress being made. Isn't it fun? I love seeing what people do. I'm still working on last year's frolic mystery, but finally making progress. If you remember, my mother has Alzheimer's. It's a horrible disease, and Marquet says she sews when she can. I know. I'm sorry. She's lucky to have you. I'm downloading the pictures, and then I promise I'm going to show them all. Well, have a good weekend, she says, and I'll see you next Friday. Your sewing friend, Marquet. Well, look at these. Ooh, look at that bundle, and then look at that frolic. That's a lot of pieces. Is this the one, Carol Bell? Are you doing this one? Or have you done it? Thank you, Marquet. Okay. So glad you're out there. Oh, Allie says, I'm the same. Hello. Oh, Norma. Hi, Norma. Cousin Norma. Nice to see and know you're out there. Wow. Oh. Okay. Let's keep going. So these are the red houses. Make 8 of them with some trees on the right and some trees on the left, and vary the value of your sky. And then put them aside. This one, I wanted to note this one. I don't know if you guys have this problem. Once I square up some of these that I make via paper piecing, my seam pulls apart because I've cut the end of where the seam was and there isn't a stay stitch. So what I did on this one is I do an 1/8 of an inch stay stitching all the way around it. And that will keep it in line, because I am going to touch them a lot, especially when we get to the part where we're placing all of our blocks. We are going to move them around, but that's just something I did for that one. I probably won't do it for all of them. But look at this. So this is why I need to do it. Look at that. That fell apart. I'm going to fix that right now. I love K facet fabric. I really do. What are your thoughts on it? And I've seen some things on the internet about how it's printed on almost lawn, LAWN like fabric. So it always feels a little thinner than other fabric. But the quality is supposed to be good. So, and it does feel lovely, but it's not as thick as other quilting cotton. Okay, so I just made the house a little skinny, and I'm going to do that stay stitching because look at this. I've got pieces of my paper piecing coming apart. All right. There we go. We'll do this one, and then we'll go on to, ooh, a cat. I wanted a golden yellow cat. Like my sister had. Do you guys do that? It's terrible. So it just took me how many seconds? A whole row to think of my sister's cat's name, Ralph. And I went through them all. Colors, Puttentine, Garth, Ralph. Ralph was a good kitty. They all were good kitties. Okay. So that is going to be a useful thing to do for these red houses because I think I saw my sister's post. There are a lot of pieces on these. This is probably the block with the most pieces. I can tell you that as part of the mystery. Okay. So those are the red houses. Now let's do the cat. Again, it has to be 6.5 inches by 6.5 inches unfinished. And this is a paper piece, a very common pattern. And I don't have any tips on this other than this is pretty blah. You know, I might put a collar on her. I think it's her. No, him. It's Ralph. I might put a collar on him. I might embroider just some whiskers just to suggest the face, maybe not try and do the whole face. I find that I have to resist the temptation to do too much because then it looks fake. But if in like drawing, if you suggest something and don't put all the lines, then you let your viewer make the connections and it works. So I might just do a few whiskers here. I hope that made sense. For example, I'll give you an example. Earlier tonight, of what I'm talking about, and I know I'm jumping around, but this is, I looked at my cars, and none of them have wheels yet. They are going to all have the same size wheels that is in the clue. Right, and they'll be appliqued on. They'll be different colors, but so that they show up on the road, which has different values. But then I thought, well, maybe I should play with putting windows in the cars. Like, put a yellow window there. Here. And then I thought, well, if I could put headlights on, you know, and all these different things. So, but then I thought, nope, I'm not going to do that yet because I like the design idea of having all the cars and trucks be polka dot, and that's it. But see, that looks kind of cool. And maybe 1 or 2 cars will have that. Or I don't even know. No, if I'm going to do it, I might do it for all of them and have it be the same size and same shape. But I'm going to wait and stop doing any adorning of them on the cars and the trucks, just for now. And okay, so why did I get off on that subject? Oh, the cat. The paper piecing pattern is in 5 parts. And that's a fun one. And then the dog is a terrier. And this one is missing a piece. So you'll just have to set in the remaining piece here. That's why it's a mystery quilt. It's a mystery how the hell to make these things. I'll just show you what I mean. This one I might redo. So the paper piecing will have you make his ear first in the sky, and then his nose and his head. And then you'll be able to do a scarf and his body. And then see this piece of big blue? You have to set that in. It's a Y seam. And just so that the full thing measures 6.5 by 6.5. Okay, so that's the dog. I'm not going to say much about that. I really do not like the color of my dog, so I may redo it. Marquet, I love your shirt, Lynn, and your blocks. Thank you. This shirt, USA, I have had for 20 years. It's my go-to shirt. Okay. So now we're on to the fun things that I have not completed yet. First off, what we're making are 6 cars and 6 trucks out of polka dots. And you see them behind me. And they're on a combination of light, medium, and dark blue. And first, you're going to make 18 of these block A's like we made the first week. And then you're going to cut out the templates for the car. It's a retro Beetle. And the truck. It's an Amazon truck. You can make your own car. You can do whatever you want. You can, but these are 2 that you can use. And to mix it up, it does depend which way they are traveling. So in the clue, it talks about how many to go this way, which will be to your right, I hope, and how many to put on the block this way. Again, if you're a few off, don't worry about it. Please don't worry about it. It's not that important. Oh, and I'm doing it the old-fashioned applique way. I'm sure many of you will do it your way, machine or zigzagging. I love how you do that. And what I have done so far is I have prepared to do needle turn applique. So I've basted them and I've put them on here. I cut out 2 circles that are going to be, I don't even have a needle here. So just do this with my hand. If anyone has made yo-yos before, it's just like that, but smaller. Or if you've appliqued grapes on a Baltimore Beauty, that'll come in handy, that skill. And then the question is, what color do you make there? I don't think that's going to work. Here, I'm just going to put the full size. Well, that's not too bad. Hang on. Oh, I pulled out what Leah gave me because I thought we would have to do this. Which I use this all the time, by the way, Leah. Thank you. I don't think that's. I wonder what would happen if we did something really different. And this is the thing, if you decide to do something different, I would make it consistent. So if you decided to go rogue like this and did orange wheels, that looks a little too juvenile, I think. But then again, if you did it on all of them, you could, or I don't think I'm going to. I think I might stick with, and those wheels will be smaller. What I might do is I might make those smaller, and then down where they hit the road, if it's too similar in value, I might use some white embroidery floss to shade it so that it stands out and it looks like there's a car on top of a road. But we'll see. So that's that. Admittedly, because I was under a time crunch, I used 18 of my original 66 block A's. And then this afternoon, I made 18 more of these. So, which I kind of like that idea because these are different from the first 66. So we'll mix them all in. Okay, cat, dog, houses. I think that's about all I had. So you're going to hand stitch them down. Yes, I am. Oh, love the orange wheels. Mix them up, gray and orange. Okay. Maybe buttons after it's quilted. That's a good idea. I like that a lot. And one of them, this would be kind of funny. One of them could have square buttons. I don't know why I think that's so funny. And why do I think of these things? It's not that I want the person driving that car to drive off the road. I just think it would be unexpected. That's what it would be. You'd look at it and you say, oh, that's unexpected. That's a great idea. Oh, Leah's using hers too. Hi, Joyce. Good evening. She made the dog and the cat and now is working on the red houses. Can't bring myself to make any more of these blocks for the cars yet. I had a feeling you would say that, Joyce. I felt the same way. I think it'll be worth it. But yeah, I know what you mean. That's funny. Yes, my KB. Speaking of KB, kudos to her and TG Bob. They are redoing a deck on their house. And it looks great. And that is a big job. So sleep well tonight. We're moving wood around here. We've got, it's either 3 or 4 cord. I think it's only 3, but it feels like 5. So we're doing that around here. It's beautiful here. Bob's playing with his bandmates in the cellar. They're socially distanced and they're wearing their masks. Oh, Carol says your Google problem might be because a lot of schools are using Google Meet for remote classrooms. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. It literally, when we're upstairs, well, that might be it. But how would you explain the fact that it seems to work okay when we're up here closer to the router / modem? I guess it's just a router now. When we're downstairs, we used to be able to use our iPad. I would search the internet all night long on my iPad. Now I can't seem to do that. And I have moved things. I've tried to get out of the way of any waves, and it still isn't working downstairs. So I did hear something on a podcast about a mesh network that people were putting in for the classrooms. They had multiple kids and they needed a stronger signal, so they used this mesh network. Anyway, Carol, kudos to you. Carol is out there on the front lines in the schools. I hope it's going okay. And I will get to your quilts next week. I've been busy with these t-shirt quilts. I have a couple of t-shirt quilts that have to be done by Christmas, and I just want to get them done. Do you believe Christmas is coming? Anyway, I've been chatting on, and I know I haven't been sewing. I think I just wanted to say hi. Oh, Marquet says I would have to do the satin stitch around them, or I'd never get it done. I know. I love the idea of the flat tires. Reminds me of the Popeye cartoon for some reason. That would be hilarious. Isn't that funny? Imagine if I could find some Popeye fabric. We could show him hanging out the window or something. That's fun. I love this polka dot fabric. It's old, but it reminds me of the new Aborigine fabrics. I love that one. What other one did I want to show you? Oh, I repeated some of the fireflies that I had used up in my mountain. A turquoise sky. This one I may redo. I wanted to use the K fabric, but maybe, you know what? It's a thunderstorm. Anyway, I am so glad to see everyone. I'm so glad you're out there. Keep on being creative. For those of you making the mystery, awesome. Thank you for playing. Those of you who are patrons are seeing the clue on Thursday nights. Hopefully that's a little fun. And I hope to see you all tomorrow on the Open Sew. For anyone who doesn't know about the Open Sew or would like a reminder, the link is on our Patreon, patreon.com/simplycolorful. Become a patron, support our channel for $2-3 a month or more. We appreciate that. And then the link to an open Zoom for all patrons is on Patreon. Ooh, this is going to get confusing, but it really isn't. Then you can come and sew with us at 11 a.m. Eastern tomorrow. Now, 11 Eastern Standard Time. Kathy, I think that is that 10 o'clock your time? Are you in Central? Might check that. Anyway, 11 a.m. and then on Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern. So come join us. We'll have fun. And you get to hear more people talk than me. All right. Well, that's about it. Thank you, Allie, for tuning in the next day. Hi to Becca. Hi to everyone out there. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week. Popeye would be awesome. Hey, hello, Becca. We'll try to catch the Zoom session. That would be great, even for 5 minutes, just to tell us how your house is. See my sign, Becca? I was thinking of you today. Crazy quilter at work. Excellent. An aura. Yes, an aura. Do. Have a great weekend, everyone. Thanks. Bye.